Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who's beat, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 22. This is the Casa Amor Recoupling episode. Like, let me tell you, I've been knew this was the episodes coming. So in this episode starts off, we're in the Casa Amor. Chaz, who just had a hideaway with Gabby, is basically saying that he likes Bella. And he's like, he has to explore his Casa Amor experience, So I'm just like, that man is mad dirty. Because, like, how you got a hideaway of Gabby, basically tossed her to the side, and was like, yeah, let me get to know Bella. Now, it seems like Tiger Lily, she ain't getting nothing. She's sleeping in the bed for the past 2 nights in Casa Amor. She ain't going. Jeff, I don't think Jeff probably gonna remain single. Now we got Isaiah basically contemplating between taking Phoebe back or going back to Sydney. Then we have Jesse, who's basically, he wasn't looking nowhere at any of the girls in Casa Amor. Timmy, he said that, he has a great foundation with, Zeta. He's been building, he feels confident in what he has built with Zeta, all that, Zimmy, basically. So that's basically Jared. Jared's gonna bring back Fiance, whatever her name is. So now we go back to the villa. I guess Courtney had interest in 2 guys, but she really likes Chad more. So she's more Chad. Zeta basically was just talking about how she missed Timmy, Timmy's basically her Love Island experience. She just can't wait to get back to Timmy, basically. Deb is contemplating between taking Kyle over sticking with Jesse. So this was just the pre-thoughts before the recoupling. Next thing you know, Sarah Hyland comes in. Everybody gets ready for the recoupling. And the people who went first. So I believe Courtney went first, and she coupled up with Chad. So I don't know who the other guy she had a connection to, but she coupled up with Chad. Then Kat went next, and Kat decided to remain single with Chaz. To stay with Chaz. If he was single, because she wants to get to know Jared. So Chaz comes back with Bella, not Gabby, and basically has Kat single, which is just like, I understand she wants to stay true to herself, but I'm like, you've been single, like, why are you here? So then Chaz comes back with Bella. Then next it was Jared. Jared comes back with Fiance. So he sits next to Deb. They greet each other. Next was Nadja. Nadja decides to recouple with, I guess the guy's name is Will. I don't know who that guy is, but she decides to couple, even though she was in a couple with Jeff. Jeff comes back. He's single, and she starts crying. Crying for what? Like, Jeff's just like, just, do what you gotta do. Like, he's like, okay, whatever. So she feels bad because she recoupled and Jeff was single. So then, after Nadja, it was Zeta. So Zeta decides to, stay single, we're coupled with Timmy. And we're getting our Zimmy reunion. And the thing is, Timmy thought he was funny. He thought he was the jokester, okay? He tried to play it like he brings somebody back.
What's up, Sarah?
Hey, Timmy.
What up, gang? How we doing? Oh my God.
And he coming back, and he recoupled with Zeta, and they had like their they're recoupling, they're back together, blah blah blah, yeah. And it's so funny because Chad, everybody was like turning their heads, like, let's see the Zimmy reunion, and then you see Chad off in the side, like he looked a little salty. Like, why he's not on the Zimmy train? Like, why he look a little salty? Like, is there a problem? So then after the Zimmy reunion, we have Deb. So Deb basically was like, oh, I like to be treated better in a relationship, da 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 da, all this stuff that she said. And she decides to recouple with Kyle. So then when Jesse comes back from Casa, Jesse comes back single. So Deb recouples with Kyle. Jesse comes back single, and Jesse, he was just like a stand-up guy. He was just like, I told her she deserves better than me, da da da. That's what he was saying, all those stuff. And she starts crying. And the thing is, Jeff is so real. Jeff was just like, why are you crying now? Like, everybody looking at Deb, like, why are you crying now? Da 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 da. All this stuff, because everybody looks confused why she recoupling with Kyle. So we got Timmy and Zeta together, Courtney and Chad together, Kat single, Chaz and Bella, Deb and Kyle, Jesse single. So Sydney decides to stay single. She believes that her relationship with Isaiah is pretty strong, all that. And she decides to remain single for Isaiah. Isaiah comes back with Phoebe. And it's just like, it was just kind of sad because the guy basically sold her dreams, did what he did with her in the hideaway. Like, I keep on telling you this, and like, this is my third video saying this. But like, you kind of feel bad for her because like, it's kind of sad. So he brings back Phoebe. Everybody, like, all the guys know, they kind of feel a little weird because they kind of know that they kind of like knew that he was bringing somebody back. And then, because even Jeff was just like, whoa, because he knew, like, she's staying single, and he already knows that Isaiah's coming back with a girl. So he goes back with Phoebe. Basically, it was like, he has a connection with Phoebe, da 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 da, that he decides to give her a chance. So Sydney over here, like, she feels like she's been hit with a semi-truck, Zeta holding her hand. All the girls feel so bad because she basically said in the previous episode that she was going to ask if Isaiah to be her boyfriend. So after seeing all these events unfold, you feel bad. So, she sits down, like, she sits down. Jeff is like consoling her, Zeta's upset, of course, and like everybody's upset. Well, all the girls are for sure upset. So you got all that going down, and it, you kind of feel bad for her because it's just like, whoa, you thought like you guys were like a set couple like this, and then he comes bring a girl just to say, oh, I had a door crack and she just busted open. And then, Phoebe's like, oh, I talked to her, you know, I decided to give her a chance to see where it is. And, Sydney's like, I thought our connection was stronger than that. So after recoupling, you got Nadja over there like, oh, we deserve a chat to Jeff. And Jeff over here like, be with your guy. Like, why you want to chat with me? Like, you don't deserve a chat with me at all. Like, go be with your guy. Why you, like, she crying to Jeff, and the guy that she coupled up with, like, looking around like, oh, like, hello? Jeff is just so funny and so real, though. It's, like, quite funny. He just, like, well, you made the decision. Like, now you got to do what you got to do. So he basically is like, go be with your guy that you picked. Jeff was definitely upset when Deb recoupled with Kyle. He was like, I can't even look at her. Especially knowing that, Jesse didn't even do nothing in Casa. So after recoupling, she's just in the dressing room feeling bad, that she did that. Timmy and Zeta are like cool, like they're good, but obviously Zeta, she rides for her girls. So she, consoling her, and Courtney are consoling Sydney because of what happened. I think in her chat with Zeta, she displayed her doubts in Isaiah. And I guess she was like telling Zeta like, oh, I told you he's going to bring somebody back, because she's just been having doubts. And I guess those doubts actually came to truth, that he did bring somebody back and stuff like that. So with that being said, we're gonna have a lot to go off of here, because it seems like Nadja likes Jeff, and we're gonna see what's going on with that. The Isaiah, Sydney, and Phoebe storyline is coming, because that's like the biggest one. I knew that they're gonna save that recoupling for last, because that's the more heavy hitter one, because everybody else you kind of had a guessing to. I mean, I definitely, Deb picking Kyle instead of staying with Jesse was a little shocking, because you thought she would have stayed with Jesse, but I mean, that's the only other like blindside-ish. But everything else was kind of like you had an inkling of what was going to happen. So with that being said, that was the Casa Amor recoupling. It was pretty messy, but Zimmy's out on top. They just seem set. Like, basically, give them the win right now. Like, who else are you going to vote for? Like, they've been together since day one. They obviously had a little rocky patch, going through it. But they're literally, like, the strongest couple there. I mean, that's, like, been new. Like, we knew this already. They're, like, tight. Like, we're good. So just give them the win right now. I mean, but there's a lot of storylines to go off of this Casa Amor recoupling right here. A lot of storylines to go off of right here. Let's see this Chad and Courtney pairing. Let's see how this goes about. It seems like she likes this dude. So let's see how that pans out. But other than that, this was a good episode. It was an hour and 5 minutes long. So they're like, we haven't had an hour episode since the first episode. So the fact that they're giving us one, they gave us one for this episode, we're like, okay, you did your job. But yeah, this was a pretty messy episode. It seems like in the little clip that they had that Isaiah might talk to Sydney a little bit. And it seems like Phoebe might be like, let me tell Sydney that, the 411. So it seems like it's about to be Messyville. So let's get into it. In the next episode. But this was episode 22, Casa Amor recoupling. Pretty good. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, comment down below and your thoughts, comments, and concerns. And you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.